Good morning. It's Wilburr out here in the wilderness. They've got a beautiful day. We've been having some good ones there lately. Boy, I like it. Yes, sir, I had to go to the doctor yesterday. Well, I got a couple of these diseases that cause you problems, so you gotta have checkups once in a while. So I was going in for a tune-up anyway. Not the tune-up where they drive the tank up your exit with the light and the attachments and stuff on it. I had that done last August. Yeah, that was quite an experience, I'll tell you right there. Of course, they make you drink this poison. It makes you for about 2 days, and then you're all cleaned out, and you get there and they put you up in the stirrups and stuff, and they drive this tank thing with attachments and stuff and flashlights on it, and they drive up through your exit, and they go up in there and they look for tumors and samples, and they take samples, biopsies of the tissues and damaged tissues and stuff like that. So they were up in there, and they had this attachment out there, and it was taking off this thing, and it broke. And they had to back this tank out. They drive up your exit. They had to back it out, put another attachment on it, drive it back up in there, retrieve the attachment that broke, pull that one back out, and then put one like that one back on the other one and drive back up in there. Well, Jesus, I'd been under for a couple hours, and all of a sudden I open up my eyes, and I got my feet up in the air like that. There's all these people standing down there looking up my exit, and on the TV screen there's my insides, and I can see it. It's a horrible thing. You don't want to see the insides of you. I'll tell you, jumping Moses. Well, anyway, I'm laying there, and the nurse says, "Doctor, he just opened up his eyes." So they all stop and look at me. I don't feel nothing. I can hear them. I can't move. I can't do nothing. I'm just looking at them, and I can hear them. And the doctor says, "Well, he's really not awake. He can't feel nothing." And inside my head, my Wilbur's going, "I'm awake! I'm awake! I'm right here. I see my hairs. I see inside. I don't want to see no more. Tape my eyes shut." But that ain't what I was going to tell you. That was a hell of an experience. Yes, sir. Well, anyway, yeah, I went to the doctor just for a regular tune-up. It's for the other end, the other parts. And you remember when you was little, when you was like 6th, 7th grade, and you would put your hand up and say, "Can I go to the bathroom?" And then the teacher would say, "Okay." And they'd hand you a pair of safety glasses when you were a boy, and you'd put these safety glasses on. You go in there and stand in front of that urinal and you pee. Well, Jesus, when you were little like that, you could pee. What a flow! And it would chip the porcelain. Pieces of porcelain would be flying all over the place. That's why you had the safety glasses on and stuff. Well, when you get older, it slows down. It's more like a drizzle. You know, sometimes it ain't nothing. You think you gotta go. You go in there and stand there about a half a day. You look and you say, "Well, you told me outside you had to go. Why don't you go now?" Well, anyway, this is the manual inspection. He goes in there and looks for the walnut. Goes up inside there. Christ, he was in there. He was up in there. He left his friggin' Rolex on my tonsils. It was awful. Well, anyway, so he done his little checkup and stuff there. And I left and wiped out the goozes. And my wife sends me a text, says, "I'm halfway home. I don't really feel that good, you know. Tonsils hurt from that watch hanging off them." Well, anyway, the wife says to me, "Would you mind running over to the Hannaford's and getting me something? I need this really bad." And I was like, "Really?" "Wilburr, please." I said, "Okay." So I go over to the Hannaford's and stuff, and I go inside and I get going. Well, I'm telling you something. When you have an IBM disease or IBS or whatever it is, I get an IBM computer at IBS disease. I guess who the hell knows? Anyway, all alphabet letters anyway. But anyway, so I go in there and I start getting the thing she wants, and all of a sudden I feel this gurgle, gurgle. And I was like, this isn't good. This ain't going to be good. So I decided I better get the hell out of there and get the hell home. So I was doing one of these fast paces. I was going all through the house just as fast as I could. All of a sudden, there was no time left. So I looking around, there's a guy stocking the shelves. I said, "Jesus, buddy, Chummy, can you tell me where the bathroom is?" He says, "Right over there." He says, "You go by the meat freezer, you go all the way into the wall, you take a right down through the doors. You go through those 2 sliding doors there, you go all the way down through the hall." He says, "At the end, it's on the right there." I said, "Okay." Oh, boy. So I got my butt cheeks bent straight together. When you have these kind of diseases, there ain't no turtling. There ain't no turtling. Ain't no in and out. It's exit. Yeah. So anyway, oh boy, I gotta. So I go down there, go in the bath. I go through the doors and stuff. I go down the hall, doing the poop walk. So I go, and the door's locked. I rattle the door. I hear this little kid say, "Mommy, somebody's at the door." And I heard this woman say, "Occupied! Go somewhere else! I'm busy, I'm changing the diaper." I was like, so I started out, I see the fire exit. I was like, maybe I go outside. And then I see a mop bucket. And there's a mop bucket over there. So I was like, okay. So I grabbed the mop bucket, I wheel it all the way in the corner. When I'm going by, there's a top over the top of this food stuff there in the hallway. I grabbed that and the duct tape, and I put it up against the wall, and I put the top out over me, and I sat down on the bucket, and I dropped trowel, and I have a massive explosion. Massive explosion. And I hear voices. I got the top out like that, and I'm sitting down on the bucket, and I hear voices. "What's he doing?"
I don't know. He went there about 5 minutes ago.
"What the hell's that smell?"
I don't know. It started when he went underneath that top.
Oh, I said, "I'm sorry. It's a medical emergency, and I got a poop card from the ADHD from the American Disabilities Act. I got a poop card. I can use a private bathroom if I have to. Oh, I'm so sorry." So I didn't have nothing to wipe with. And I didn't have no socks. So I had to hold the top out, take my trowels down, get them off my feet, take my underwears off and wipe. And then I had to stick my head out, and there's all kinds of people there. They're all looking at me. They're calling me all kinds of stuff. And it was a Wilburr. So I grabbed the mop bucket, and I go out through the exit out there, and I dump it out in the woods and clean the bucket out. And I run like hell, come home. It was awful. Wilburr out here in the wilderness. What a beautiful day. I'm going over Wilburr Woods, wobbling with a wheelchair. Show starts today. I got called back out of retirement, so I got to go play at the elderly home today. 1 o'clock, 1:30, something like that. Poor bastards. Wilburr, CBD approved. You stay healthy, and you stay away from those COVIDs. Those COVIDs, bad people. You don't want to hang out with the COVIDs. Leave them alone. Just leave it alone. Wilburr, you stay well. Love one another. Hating's too hard. I'm telling ya. Yes, sir.